William Buster O'Brien starred as a quarterback for Princess Anne High School in the 1960s, and his talent and success led to a scholarship offer from the University of Notre Dame. After transferring to the University of Richmond, O'Brien went on to achieve legendary status in Spider athletics history, an all-conference and all-state performer at Richmond from 1966 to 1968. O'Brien left the Spiders program as the record holder in all passing categories. The 1968 Southern Conference Player of the Year may have saved his best game at Richmond for his last. The 1968 Tangerine Bowl, a 49-42 win over Ohio University. He completed 39 of 58 passes for 447 yards and 4 touchdowns, sharing co-MVP honors with Virginia Sports Hall of Fame inductee Walker Gillette. In addition to his Virginia Sports Hall of Fame induction, O'Brien is a member of the University of Richmond Hall of Fame, the Virginia High School League Hall of Fame, and the Citrus Bowl Hall of Fame. From 1980 to 1985, he served the Commonwealth as a delegate in the General Assembly and is currently the chief judge in the city of Virginia Beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for induction into the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. Here comes the judge, Buster O'Brien. Congratulations.
Bruce, I don't want to embarrass you, so I'm just going to leave this down. I'll bend over. How about that? What a night. What a night to be here and to be with my colleagues who are other members of the class of 2019. But I want to warn them of something. It is not good form to try to upstage a judge with a microphone, okay? Y'all still got to leave town. You know? And it could be dangerous getting out. I'm telling you that right now. I have all kinds of resources. So. But I want to thank the members of the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame for this wonderful honor. It's probably the epitome of an award that a person from Virginia can get. But I was brought back down to reality right after I found out I was going to be a nominee and an inductee in the Hall of Fame. My wife's nephew, who's really too smart for his own good, called her and said, you know, Buster's got the only black and white photo in the entire thing that's coming out. Is there a reason for that? He was chastised severely. He's a lawyer too, okay? But it's a real pleasure. And one of the great things about this is you get to get back a number of old friends who had a big role in your life. This is going to be hard to believe. Wendy believes it because she knows we've talked about it. But there's a fellow here that I first met in the 6th grade at Aragona Elementary School. And we've been great friends and ever since. Lee Scarborough. He's been a mentor and a role model for me for 60 years. So it's a wonderful thing. I've got teammates that are here and friends. It's amazing. A lot of the guys that were introduced to you early in the evening are personal friends of mine that I've known for a long time and had great relationships with. But 2 of my Spider teammates are here. Mike Bragg, who was a former punter for the Washington Redskins and was my roommate at the University of Richmond. He was elected to the all-time Redskin team, but he's here tonight to celebrate with us. And Walker Gillette, who was my receiver. And I want to tell you, Walker's my favorite college receiver of all times. Walker, if it wasn't for you and your hard work and your abilities, I probably wouldn't be standing here. So thank you. We also have the members of the Irish Mafia who are here, my family. And I'd like to ask all of them to stand for just a second. Would my family and extended family, if you all will please stand. And I hope that you all are as proud of me tonight as I am of you. So thank you for being here. But one special person, I'd like to have my wife stand. You can tell by looking at me, but not by looking at her. We had our 50th anniversary last month. So she said she would take care of me and love me through thick and thin, through good and bad, rich or poor, sickness and health, and she's lived every day of her life doing that. So I want to thank you for that. You know, they say things come around in circles in people's lives, and they do. I started my athletic career 0.6 of a mile from where we stand tonight on the fields in Aragona Village that had no scoreboard, no lights, no stands, and very little grass. And we played there and learned lessons from the people who taught us. I left there and went to Kempsville Junior High School, which is probably 1.5 miles in the other direction, and played there with a group of guys that we would go on 3 years later to become the Eastern District champions. And we were undefeated, and I was lucky enough to have 15 touchdown passes in 4 games. And those things were just unheard of back then because I had people who were coaching me that let me do things and let me do the things it took to be here today. And then went to Princess Anne High School. Good. And what people don't realize today is that we used to draw 8 and 10, 12,000 people a game at Princess Anne. They would fill up the parking lot, and they would park all the way down to Aragona Village and all the way up to Thalia every Friday night. All you had was a bicycle, 2 friends, and a high school football game, and that was about it back then. But we went on to have great seasons and great careers. But, you know, you never think in times like that you're going to go have the good fortune to be recognized. I want to thank all of you all for being here. I want to thank the members of the board and the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame, especially 2 people. Dennis Elmer, who you all know is very instrumental in the Hall of Fame. He's a very good friend. He's a very successful businessman and also a philanthropist in our town. So Dennis, I know you're not here, but I hope somebody tells you. On behalf of the people of Virginia Beach and the Tidewater area, I want to thank you for all that you do. And thank you for being my friend. And my daughter, Erin, who's a bulldog. She got it in her teeth that her daddy was going to be in the Hall of Fame, and she worked tirelessly to do that, so I thank that. So once again, thank you all for being here. It is a great, great tribute and an honor that I'll never forget. It's a highlight of my life, so thank you very much.
Awesome, George. Great job.